Hello, video diary. Today is a very snowy day in New York City, and I spent a couple hours of it just looking out this window. I've been working on a way to organize the fretboard of the guitar, not to get too technical, but today was when I was adding the a couple of pieces together that made a larger thing, and I called it like a mini breakthrough, where two things come together, creating a bigger exercise. And for me, it's about very practical ways to play so that I can be thinking ultimately only about what I want to be saying with sound. But in order to do that, you have to have really strong guideposts, so that you don't have to wonder where you are. Yeah. As I mentioned, this was such a big part of Forrest and my relationship that we talked about the guitar for hours. It was so great. He was starting to play really nicely. So my thought today is about somebody who just slips away. And in recent conversations with people who have lost their loved ones through a drug OD death, in not every case, but just in this particular grouping of conversations I had, several people had lost their child or partner very, very quickly, within months of knowing they had a problem. And they weren't like a burden to the family so much. There's the type of addict that kind of runs the gamut, or things can, get really demonstrable. And then there's a kind of addict that you don't even know they're doing it. And then they're dead. And Forrest was like that. Like, he was just the best, the best kind of person to hang out with. And then he was just gone. I get that lump right here. I heard somebody else talk about it. She said it was like a fist, like right in her throat. And she has that all the time. So the slipping away death, where you didn't think they were doing it and you just didn't know, and you can't say goodbye, and you find out too much. You find out more than you want to know. Too late to help, and then they're gone for the rest of your life, they're gone. And it was like they were carried away on the wind. Not in a nice way, you know, not in a religious way, just as a, you know, sort of product of decay from death, where your life systems, your biological systems, at least in that particular group of patterns, ceases to be functioning, ceases to be a pattern. I sometimes wonder if Forrest is like, if he could hear me or see me or reach back. But then I think about, like, he doesn't have eyes or ears, vocal box, or brain. He's, if anything, like I said, like that television station that it's just static. And the rest of it is in my mind. So it's not completely a material vision, because I kind of feel like there's a sense of scrambled everything equal to nothing. And none of that makes me feel much better, because I don't get to have him. It's like I'm now going to work hard to not be in pain, or to take care of myself as if I were a child. I mentioned that in a list, like some part of me wants to take care of me, looks out for me, took better care of me than my father ever did. So, like, I really feel somewhere, like when I was in my worst periods of grieving Forrest, and I was just like, I don't want to live, I would hear this voice saying, I'm your I don't know, it was like this immortal part of myself saying, I will take care of you. And that was weird. Like I said, I'm kind of a very happy agnostic atheist. All of this is kind of nice in some way, to let it unfold. The spiritual part, I mean, like the native, instinctive part of us that's perhaps spiritual or connected to the universe. We're part of the universe. So we are the universe.